Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are having a fantastic week. Today we are doing a DIY video. That's right, you heard me correctly, a DIY video. We haven't done one of those since Valentine's Day, but I'm here to turn my DIY life around. I did so many last year, and then this year, none, because I don't know what was up with me in filming this year, but not great. Digressing from that rant, we will be doing Gothmas trees this year. I did one last year. You may have seen it. We are coming back around and doing more Gothmas trees this year. We are making two, not one, two, double the spookiness, double the fun Gothmas trees. One of them is here behind me, and the other one we'll be making together. So, the premise of these two trees is to show two different sides to the spooky, gothy person. The one behind me has already been exposed to you guys. This one is more of a spooky Halloween themed tree, and it's themed with orange, brown, and green. That's its main color composition. So, I'll do up-close shots of this here in a hot second, but the other tree we'll be doing is more of a Tim Burton-esque, more modern looking tree, I guess you could call it, and that one will be the color scheme of white, black, and purple primarily. So if that sounds interesting to you, then we can decorate that tree together right now. Hopefully I haven't uploaded this too late into the Christmas holiday season, because I'm sure a lot of you guys already have your tree up and ready to go. But for those of you who are also a procrastinator, hopefully these two Gothmas trees will get you inspired for the Christmas season. If you are like me, after Halloween, the holiday season kind of goes downhill and becomes kind of depressing. So hopefully this will lift your spirits and get you more into the holiday spirit. Let's begin the DIY. Alright, we're gonna quickly run down the first Gothmas tree I have for you guys, only because I actually made this tree last year during my during my Gothic Christmas DIY video series. So if you're interested in more detail on how I crafted this tree, then I'll make sure to link that down below where I decorated it with you guys. But I wanted to go over some new things I did on this tree, so let's get more in depth with this little guy. I'm going to do a quick rundown of this tree. As you can see while I'm panning down, the color scheme I chose was orange, black, brown, and green. As we step closer, you'll notice at the top of the tree, I have these little bushels of orange faux plants. I got them from Michael's last year, so I just did the same thing I did last year and put those at the very top. And then I found this new ribbon this year at Michael's, and I think it is so cool. It has these little bat guys all over it. They are orange, purple, and green, sparkly bats. And I just made a double bow at the very top, as you can see. And then I have put on this little pumpkin guy. He is what I made last year. It's just a wooden paper clip hot glued onto a already pre-made pumpkin, so it's really easy. You'll notice I have these orange glitter balls. They actually came in a pack from Michael's last year. There's these orange glitter ones, plain orange ones that have like more of a rustic feel to them, and then there's also black ones, but I actually took out all the black ones to save for the other tree we'll be doing here in a moment. Then throughout the tree, I put on this fake spiderweb stuff. This is new. It was not included in last year's Christmas tree video, and I actually really like this. I think it adds a very cool and different dynamic to the tree. So if you just have an ordinary tree and you want to spruce it up and make it seem see, I had a Christmas tree joke there. But if you have just an ordinary Christmas tree that's just green, or if you do purchase real trees for your Christmas season, then you can purchase this spiderweb stuff and make it more spooky. As we continue on, this ornament I made last year is part of my, I think it's called like 5 Witchy DIYs. This one's probably my favorite ornament I've ever made. Moving on from this ornament, so here's the little orange bulb I was talking about earlier. Here's another one of those. Then, you'll notice I have this green garland here, and then I have this trick or treat banner all along the outside of the tree here. Last year when I bought it, I think I bought it at Hobby Lobby, if I remember correctly, I was going to make each of these here individual ornaments, but I decided to keep it as a garland, and I did the exact same thing this year. Maybe one day I'll separate the trick-or-treat lettering and make it just all separate ornaments, but for now I thought it looked cool, and thus I've kept it how it looked last year. So as we continue down, that pumpkin, one I made last year in a DIY video, as well as this cinnamon stick pentagram, this black magic ornament down here I also made last year. Basically everything on this tree is something that I made, which can be kind of cool, I guess, depending on what you think of the quality of my crafts would be. Yeah, another one I made, cool, sweet, link down below, as I've said like 5 million times, along with the cauldron ornament and the candy corn ornament. And as you can see, it's very, very barren down here because I have not yet put on a tree skirt, but we will be getting to that DIY video very, very soon, so hopefully you guys will be very excited for that. And I'll be making one to go with this tree, and then hopefully another one to go with the second tree we are about to decorate. So here is a long shot of my Christmas tree. Now if you're wondering about the Christmas lights I have on this tree, I described them in more detail last year, but the color combo on them is orange, purple, and green. In case you're curious, but I'll go and check out the other video if this tree does look cool to you, because all of those facts about how I decorated this will be in that video. Okay, I digress. Let's go on to the more fun thing, which is decorating the second tree together. Alright, we are ready to begin tree numero dos. So I put together this tree here. I got it from Home Depot, and I think the company that makes it is the National Tree Company. I got the Iridescent white. The reason why I got white is because I figured a lot of our Christmas ornaments are going to be black, and if we get a black tree and have black ornaments, you're not really going to see what's going on the tree, so I figured I'd get white because white and black together are very classic, and to me seem pretty gothy, so I figured the white tree will still work fine. If you do get this tree, it is a 6-foot tree. However, it is about this tall, which you can barely see my hand at the very top of our camera angle right now, but he is not 6 foot, so he's more like 5'10", kind of like those Tinder profiles out there where they say they're 6 feet tall, but those guys are really under 6 feet tall. Am I right, ladies? Ooh-wee! That was a Tinder joke. I care less if a guy is 5'2" or 7'10", so don't come at me, please. If you also get this tree, prepare for a lot of fiddling to get this to look good. It does look good at the end, but when you get it in the box, she needs some fluffing. Some fluffing. Yes. Also, if you do get this, I didn't realize the iridescence would be pink. So, if you look at it in person, they used pink for the iridescence. I don't know what I was expecting, but I was not expecting pink. I like it, just not what I was expecting. It's also not very wide, so I am hoping that one string of lights will be able to fit this entire tree. I'm pretty sure I'll be accurate on that. So let's move on to the light portion of decorating this tree. Here they are. I've not plugged them in yet. I'm using the exact same lights I have in the tree over there. This is my bedroom, by the way. I have that tree in my living room. If you're wondering why I have 2 trees, that'd be why I wanted one in my bedroom, one in there. I wanted a smaller one in here since there's less space to move around. That's why I chose a slim, less tall tree, because that tree in there is like 7 feet tall and is very wide. So that tree took 2 tree lights in order to fill. This one I'm hoping will only need 1 to fill. Let's begin our light our lighting of the tree. So I'm just finishing putting on the lights right now. One thing I kind of forgot about is that white trees will show the cord since the cord is black. So just a forewarning, if you do get a white tree, that if you are bothered by seeing the cord, it's gonna show up against it. But what I'm doing to kind of combat that is tucking it in as close to the like core of the tree as possible, so that way it's not as distracting and just all over the place. And if you do it that way, one string of lights will be plenty for the tree. However, if you like a lot of lights in your tree and you want them to be more on the edges of the branches instead of at the core of the tree, then I would recommend buying 2 strands of lights, but 1 strand is perfect if you're doing it the way I'm doing it. So here are the lights on the tree. I'm going to turn down my ring light so that way you can better see how the lights are looking on the tree. I think they look pretty cool because the white kind of reflects off the light. So I'll show you what that looks like. So here you can see they look like they're reflecting pretty well off of the white iridescent part of the tree. So I'm gonna just keep finessing a little bit with the lights and then we'll be ready to move on to the next step of our Christmas tree decorating. Alright, now that I have put on and finessed with the lighting and I like how it looks, we're ready to go to the next step, which is for me like ribbon or garland or whatever you want to use before the ornament part. Some people don't even use any garland or ribbon or pearls or whatever, or tinsel, whatever you would want to use. Some people don't use that, which is totally fine, so you can just jump right into the ornament part, but I think this gives the tree a little bit more interest to the eye than just a bunch of bulbs on the tree. So the ribbon I have chosen is this ribbon, and you may recognize this black and white striped ribbon from my Halloween haul video. I got it from Michael's. And then I have some of this black sparkly tulle that I got, I think it was last year at Michael's, and I'll be applying both to the top of the tree as the tree topper and then just around the tree where I think it would look best. So we're gonna start that part now. Okay, now that I've gotten the ribbon on the tree, I didn't have too much of this sparkly ribbon, so it's kind of, well, I think it looks fine. It's just, it would look better if I had more of it, but you have to work with what you get. Probably do some more finessing with the sides of this ribbon once I get the ornaments on, but I feel like every time I get an ornament on, I have to fix this anyways, so we'll just ignore the sides of this ribbon for now, but I like having the long sides from the top of the tree. I think it just gives a nice look. Now we can move on to the ornaments that I have for you guys. So one of the things I'll be putting on this tree are these black ornament bulbs. They came in a pack with the orange and black. Like I said on the other tree, I used the orange ones for that one, and then I'm going to use the black ones for this one. There are sparkly ones as well as just shiny plain black ones. I got these jingly bells from Joann's. They come in purple and black, and I'll be putting these on the tree. I'll probably be exchanging out or be taking out the twine that they use at the top of these. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll be taking out the twine and then using some other means of hanging them on the tree because I don't really want the twine to be on the tree. I have some of these little clippy bats that I got at Target a long time ago in the one spot section. Then I have these old ornament bulbs that I made in a Gothy Halloween ornament DIY video. I don't remember what I called it, but I'll link it down below in case you want to know how I made these. But that was made 2 years ago, so it's probably a little bit cringy by now. The ones I made include this guy. It has little confetti bats and sparkles in it, or glitter, not sparkles. Then I have this little bat, as well as this coffin with a giant ribbon at the top. In that same video, I also made these little skeleton hands that's going on the tree. Then I have a Nightmare Before Christmas ornament that I didn't want to put on the other one, so I saved it for this tree. I have some vampire fangs. They look like this. I don't know what colors I'll be using. I also have clear ones, so I may be using either the clear ones or these colorful ones. Not quite sure, but I'll be using some sort of vampire fangs. The last thing I bought for this tree are these bats. It came on these these lights here, but I'm just gonna be using the little bats that came in the inside of it. This I got from Joann's this year. So that is all the ornaments I believe I have for this tree. It's not that big, so that'll be plenty of ornaments I think for this. So let's start decorating. Okay, I am finally done with decorating with all the ornaments on the tree. Took me a hot second, but I think it turned out okay. Hopefully you guys will agree when I show you the finished full shot of this. But the last thing I need to do is put on the little tree topper, and I'll be using this little bat guy I made last year. He'll be going at the very top with the ribbon, so I'm just gonna finesse with this till I like how it looks, and then I'll show you what the completed tree looks like. So here is how my Christmas tree turned out. Our tree numero dos. This has a black, a black, white, and purple theme to it. I think it turned out okay. Here is what the tree looks like with the lights off. I think it looks honestly really cool against the white tree. These lights definitely look different on this tree than they do on the other one, even though they are the exact same lights. I do have this one on a different setting. You can see it's flashing and blinking different colors. And I'm going to change it really fast so you can see what it looks like on a different setting. Here's them on a different setting. These ones change from the orange to the green to the purple, which I think is probably my favorite look on this tree. It adds definitely different ominous vibes depending on what color shows through. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed learning how to make these 2 Gothmas trees for our holiday season. Let me know down below which one was your favorite tree. I have a couple more videos planned for this holiday season, so be prepared for those. The next video I plan putting out there is a Gothmas Christmas tree skirt. So if that's something you also have been missing out on, is a really cool Gothic-y tree skirt, then we're gonna make that together, and hopefully you can put something cool down underneath your tree. If you guys have a Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, or Instagram, and you have uploaded your Gothmas trees, please tag me or send me yours so I can see what you came up with for this holiday season. Also, please tag me in your Gothmas trees if I inspired you in some way to make your wonderful trees. Hope you guys are having an awesome yet spooky week, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!